Okay, so I think I'm late. I'm late in giving you guys the foundation review. Not that kind of late. So this month is supposed to be the Fenty Beauty Foundation review, and I know it's already June. This was supposed to be for May, but that's okay. The important thing is I have a review for you guys. Since the summer is coming, I decided to do a skin tint review instead of the thicker foundations that I've been reviewing in the past. And in case you've missed any of them, the thumbnails are over here, and also I'll link them in the description box below. I don't do first impressions. I typically do like a 10-day wear test, and I try it with several skincare, several makeup products, and just to see how the foundation works with them. Is it flexible? All of my honest thoughts about the product. You know, it's funny because I had a subscriber that mentioned just because there's a makeup brand that comes out and it's a celebrity owned, you know, everybody just goes and buys them without really considering the quality. Well, for me, I don't really care if you're someone who is popular. I care about whether the product works. If you are not into like celebrity owned brands, like Fenty Beauty is owned by Rihanna, if you're not into that, that is fine, but that's why we're testing the foundation to figure out whether it's really worth the money. Is it really worth the hype? And I tell you my true and honest review about this foundation. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. A skin tint means it's not very thick, it's not full coverage, it's usually medium to light coverage. You know what? I'm missing something on my hands. I think I need a ring. My nails are so bare and I haven't painted them in a while, but I am collaborating with a nail company very soon, and so I can't wait to show you guys. I'm just trying to grow them out and keep them as healthy as possible. This is from my Fabfitfun box. It's kind of like a greenish ring, and so I thought it would match my shirt today. So what do you guys think? All right, so back to Rihanna, back to Fenty Beauty. This is $29.50 at Sephora. It is a liquid formula, so it looks like this, like that. It's not thick, it's very light, and it has a really good coverage. Definitely medium. I don't think you can build it up, but we'll get into that a little later. So this has 25 shades. For a skin tint, it's actually a good shade range. I was able to find mine pretty well, so I don't mind it. I'm in the shade 12 and I have like a very medium skin tone. The finish of this foundation is natural, so that means it's not super matte, but it's not super like dewy or luminous as well. I do have it on right now and I definitely agree. I feel like it's a natural finish. It's not super drying like a matte foundation would be. The coverage is light to medium. I'll let you know if that claim is true. Its job is really to blur the skin. It's not really to cover up a huge amount of imperfections on the skin, especially for the summer. Like, you don't really want a heavy foundation because it's so hot. You want your skin to breathe, and so this is perfect for the summertime. This is also humidity, sweat transfer resistant, vegan, cruelty free, gluten-free. According to this foundation, the best way to apply this is with your fingertips, but you can also use a brush. So I'm going to show you a quick demo. I used half of my face with a foundation brush and I used the other half using my fingers. And so as you can see, there's already more coverage on the foundation brush side versus my hands, but what you can't really see up close and maybe not on camera is the fact that with the fingers, it's a little bit more uneven and it's not as flawless and airbrushed as the one with the brush coverage. And so even though the foundation recommends using your fingers, I personally prefer the brush. And the other thing too, I don't know if you're like me, if you have sweaty hands, like I just sweat over nothing, and so my sweat glands on my hands are overactive, and as I was applying it, literally my hands started sweating, and so it just didn't look good on the skin. Today I applied this foundation, and I applied it using a brush, and I feel like this is really the best way to apply this foundation. You don't lose any coverage, so that means you get the maximum payoff as far as pigmentation. For me, I have a lot to cover on my face, so I want like the best coverage without being heavy, and this is really good at doing that. So brush is the way to go. As you know, I've tried this with several types of makeup products, several types of skincare underneath. And I have to say my most favorite to apply this with is with my Glam Glow Pore Filling Primer. It mattifies me, which I feel like it balances this foundation out. And it also is great at pore filling. So I love this because whatever this foundation cannot cover, I feel like this helps, the Glam Glow one helps with perfecting my face a little bit more. So I love the combination between the two. I've tried it with sunscreens, skincare moisturizers with sunscreen, and it works amazing with them. I've used it with several concealers, like hydrating concealers as well as mattifying concealers. I think mostly I've been using it with the Kylie concealer and also with the Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer, and they have been great together with this foundation. I've tried it with several setting sprays, but I do prefer using a mattifying setting spray more than the hydrating ones that I have. I do have oily, acne prone skin, and so when it comes to setting sprays, I like to go mattifying. I did experience some problems when I used this foundation with Tatcha and the Morphe setting spray. So Morphe is more hydrating, more luminous setting spray, and like I felt like there was breakage earlier on. It was kind of breaking up on me here in the nose area, and so I wasn't too happy with that. Otherwise, all the other skincare products, I've tried them with my oils, my Dahlia skin serums, which I love, my Clinique Pep Start Primer. Let's see, what else? Oh, I've also tried it with my Fenty Beauty powder foundation. So this one gives me just that extra little coverage that I need, and it just, you know, sets my makeup throughout the day. So I love that. If you want to hear more about the Fenty foundation in this compact form, definitely check out my video about the Fenty powder. So yeah, so it's very versatile, it's very flexible, and I think if you read the description of this foundation at Sephora, you know, Rihanna really made this foundation to be weightless, and the formula is made to work with a lot of different products. I totally agree. So let's get to my findings. I need at least 2 pumps to have a more of a medium coverage, and that's just me. That's just my personal preference, and because I just have more stuff to cover because of my blemishes. I mean, the scarring, the pigmentation, hyperpigmentation on the skin does show through a little bit. Is it light to medium coverage? Yes, I agree. Definitely medium. I don't think it is buildable. The foundation doesn't claim to be buildable, so I agree. I like the truthfulness of this foundation. Like, it tells you what it's gonna do, and that's it. It doesn't last as long on my skin, except when I set it with like a Fenty powder foundation. I would say it's a good 4 to 5 hours. I didn't expect it to last a long time, only because it has, you know, light to medium coverage. So I don't mind it though. Maybe because of summer, you know, it gets hot, but it fades nicely. You guys know, if you wear foundation, you've been there. Like, you look at yourself in the mirror 5 hours later and you're like, whoa, what just happened. I just love the natural finish. It definitely is a natural finish. And of all the skin tints and CC creams and light coverage foundations that I've tried or tints, I feel like this is the best one. I would say with the concealer, it's great. But without the concealer, it's not flawless enough for me. But if you have great skin, you will love this. If you have great skin and you're oily, you will love this. You will love this in the summertime. Like, the finish is amazing. It just doesn't make me look like a frying pan or super oily or dewy. It's just the perfect in between that I'm looking for. It stays really matte a long time, which I'm surprised because some thicker foundations that I've tried actually makes my face oily. And whenever I look at this in the mirror, you know, 4 hours later, 5 hours later, maybe it disappeared on me. I feel like I stayed matte all day long. So I love that about it. Do I recommend this foundation? Definitely. It's a skin tint with the perfect amount of coverage. And this is definitely a summer foundation. I think this is the only foundation that made me believe that it's actually humidity and sweat proof and transfer resistant, because it kept me matte for a very long time. Even though it kind of slowly faded away over time as far as coverage. And it's not that expensive, right? I love the Fenty Beauty. It's not like super expensive when it comes to their makeup. I mean, it's still a little high end. If you have any questions about this foundation, comment it down below. My next foundation review will be from Urban Decay, this very hyped apple foundation. I can't remember the exact name, but I'll put it right here. Or the L'Oreal powder foundation that has gone TikTok viral. I'm not sure yet because these two foundations are so hyped right now. I can't seem to find one in my shade. They are both always sold out. But let me know, which one would you like to try out? The affordable L'Oreal foundation or the Urban Decay one? Let me know, comment it down below. So I hope you guys enjoy this review, this foundation review. Check out all of my other foundation reviews that I've done in January, February, March, and April. Wow, this is like the 5th foundation that I've reviewed this year, and we are going strong. So we're gonna keep going. And with that said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Click that subscribe button. There's always something to learn here on my channel. And with that said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll definitely see you back in my corner soon. Bye guys.